Hi, this is Jeff Morris, your representative from the 40th District, Position 2. We're rolling up to the time in our legislative committees where bills, if they're not out by the end of, February 20th, they're going to be dead in the process for this legislative session. It's a very hectic time down here. After those policy bills are passed, our financial committees, Appropriations Committee, Ways and Means, Finance Committee, will start looking at the fiscal impact of some of those policies that we're looking at adopting. I want to take a second and step back from the fray on what they call a cutoff down here in Olympia and talk a little bit about education, in particular K through 12 education. This past summer I met with school directors and superintendents from all across the 40th Legislative District. And it could not have been made more clear to me that we're facing a funding crisis with our K through 12 schools. Many of our smaller districts out in the San Juan Islands and rural Whatcom County, and even larger districts like Anacortes, are severely impacted by the way we've been underfunding education here in the state of Washington. And when I say underfunding, it hasn't been a purposeful underfunding, but the definition of which we fund education, what they call basic education, was written back in 1978. And the reality is that technologies and the needs of teaching a modern day education have changed so much in this century. We really can't have a definition that was written in the last century in order to educate our kids. What we're working on here in the House is that we've come out of a couple of retreats to focus our policy agenda, and it is our #1 priority to reprogram the way we push money out to schools to get more money to the districts to cover what we think is a modern day basic education. We've got a plan that I think is substantially on the right path. Everybody in the education community, from the local PTA associations, the school directors, the superintendents, are supportive of the proposal we've put out. The one group that's not supporting it has been some of our local and state teacher associations. We've been trying very, very hard to get the teachers to sit down with us and work through some of the very serious issues they have with teacher certification and merit pay and the way their salary schedule works. And we're really trying to keep an open door to get them to come in and help us fix those problems so we can get everybody in the education community together to create a new path for better funding for K through 12 education. I have kids in school. Many of you have kids in school out there. It is so important to their future that we give them the adequate public education they need to succeed in the new economy. At the end of this videotape, you'll see an 800 number and an email. I encourage you to contact me on education funding or other things you see down here, and it helps me do my job better. Thank you.